I will say it's very hypocritical. The hypocrisy is real from Floyd, because if Floyd really gave the young people a chance, why did he fight Errol Spence? Or somebody like that, you know what I'm saying? He would have fought Errol Spence instead of fighting Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? You know damn well who I am. Who the fuck is that?
Or Andre Berto. I'm not mad that he fought Conor McGregor or Andre Berto. At that point, he's a cash cow. He's Money Mayweather. He can fight whoever he wants. He already established his legacy, just like Canelo. He was already a legend, an all-time great, in my opinion, the greatest of all time at that point of his career. So he did not need to give an up-and-comer like Errol Spence or up-and-comer like, I don't know, Keith Thurman or somebody, or Sean Porter a chance. But if he's going to advocate that Terence Crawford do so, let's look back at your career. Why the hell didn't you give somebody like Spence a chance? He was a young up-and-comer back in 2017 when you fought McGregor, and 2016 or 15 when you fought Berto, if my memory serves me correctly. So what's up with that? So I got to call a spade a spade. Y'all know, like I said, Floyd is the greatest of all time. But that doesn't mean that everything that he says is all time right. No, I disagree with this vehemently. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna voice my opinion, man. Cause we keep it real, we keep it funky, we keep it true around here.
From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Dr. PG, NG Emperor's got to get money back for another YouTube video. Banker, man. Yes, sir. Y'all know what it is. Yes, ma'am. The doctor's in the house. And we not outside today because, it's still a beautiful day, but it's raining outside, you know what I'm saying? So me and the boys are inside chilling. You know, we ain't going to stop us from bringing y'all the hot news, man. And today, more so than news, we're going to talk about who I think is the GOAT. Me personally, his name is Floyd Mayweather, man. You know what I'm saying? I know some people disagree. There's some people that are in contention for that. You know, of course, you have Manny Pacquiao. Of course, you have Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali, of course. You know what I'm saying? You can consider him Julio Cesar Chavez. But for me personally, to me, the GOAT is Floyd Mayweather. So with that said, we are here to talk about Floyd Mayweather today, man. You know, he had some crazy comments, in my opinion, about David Benavidez and Terence Crawford in regards to fighting for Canelo. He said that they should fight each other.
What?
Now look, like I said, to me, Floyd is the GOAT. But I'm going to show y'all something. I could disagree with him just because I like him. That's what separates being fond of somebody or liking somebody or being a fan of somebody and being a groupie. I don't think everything that he does is right and nothing that he does is wrong. I think that take of Canelo, Benavidez and Bud fighting each other for Canelo is blasphemous. What? Straight blasphemy. What? He was blaspheming when he said it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell. That was a terrible take. So I'm going to break it down why, man. First off, we're going to start on Canelo. Number one, Canelo can fight who he wants. Canelo is the face of boxing, cash cow. I think if Canelo stops fighting right now, he's going down as one of the all-time greats. That's a fact. He's a living legend right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm really fond of Canelo, but that doesn't change the fact that I still want him to fight Benavidez. I want him to fight Benavidez, but if he doesn't want to, this notion that he needs him for his legacy, Canelo doesn't need anybody or anything in that boxing ring anymore for his legacy. You know what I'm saying? We need to enjoy Canelo while we have it. That doesn't mean that I think he should vacate the belts then if he's not going to fight his mandatories and stuff like that. But there's no notion that he needs anybody for his legacy. It's crazy. He doesn't need anybody. And so that's it for Canelo. You know, I just want to get that out the way. Now, as far as Canelo and Benavidez and Bud fighting each other to try to prove themselves for Canelo, Benavidez we're gonna start off with, but Benavidez has done enough. He done enough. He made a name in that 168 division, super middleweight. He has proven that he needs that he deserves a Canelo fight. He doesn't need to do anything else to prove himself in order to get that Canelo fight. It's just up to Canelo. And shout out to Benavidez for saying, hey, I'm no longer going to wait for him. I'm going to move up to light heavyweight and do my thing somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Keep my name going, keep this money going, and go fight Bosnick. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? So that's it for as far as Benavidez goes. He doesn't need to prove anything in order to land the Canelo fight. He is already deserving of that Canelo fight. Now let's move on to Bud. Bud, again, he doesn't need to prove anything to anybody to get the Canelo fight. You know, he's another legend right now. If he retires and doesn't fight again, he's going down as one of the greats. You know what I'm saying? Bud as a pound for pound number one. Him in his fight with Errol Spence, I don't, because he demolished and dismantled Errol Spence. People like to downplay that, but that matchup was a matchup of the century. You remember it was getting coined of whose era it was. Whoever won that battle, that was a great battle. So I'm not gonna sleep on that. I have it. I appreciate both of them, young men and gentlemen, for making that fight happen. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Errol Spence, shout out to Terence Bud Crawford. Terence Bud Crawford doesn't need to prove himself anywhere to get anybody in that square circle. Not even Canelo. But once again, it's up to Canelo to fight him. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I just think that I think that was a crazy statement to make it seem like they need to fight each other since they both want Canelo to see who gets Canelo. Canelo, they can fight each other and one of them wins, and Canelo can still deny both of them.
Got him! Got him!
You know what I'm saying? So like, I thought that take was very crazy. And anybody who agrees with that, they might be crazier, because at least Floyd is paid when he says it. You know what I'm saying? You just broke and you just you just sipping the Kool-Aid for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that's number one. Number two, it's like, why the hell would Bud fight Benavidez anyway? That's a hell of a mismatch. Like, I know we're saying, oh, because Crawford, he'll fight him at one. He said he'll fight. Crawford said he'll fight Canelo at 168. Benavidez at 168. Well, you know, people are already alleging towards Benavidez that he's a weight bully.
God damn it, that's a big fat ass!
So basically say that he's could already fight at 175 comfortably. So if he could fight at 175, you want Bud to fight a light heavyweight? That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to put this into perspective. You know, Roy, that's like saying that Roy Jones, because he fought and beat Jaron Ruiz at heavyweight, that means he could fight Lennox Lewis. What? Or a heavyweight like that, of that caliber. Like, Roy Jones ain't got no business in there with somebody like Lennox Lewis. He would get demolished by somebody like Ali. You know what I'm saying? Jaron Ruiz was just somebody who he could beat at heavyweight. So let's see the comparison that I'm making. The parallel that I'm making is that Canelo and Bud, just because Bud can fight Canelo doesn't mean that he can fight every other super middleweight. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, Benavidez has already been accused of being a weight bully. Whether you agree or not, that's just the accusation on him. And let's look at it. Let's look at the metrics. Canelo and Bud are both 5'8" or 5'7", something like that. No matter how it goes, whether they're the same height or the disparity between their height is only an inch apart. It's nothing bigger than that. Benavidez is 6'2".
And I will not be bullied by that.
God.
so you know what I'm saying, that's a real big dog. You know what I'm saying? So to even advocate or even propose that they fight each other and make it seem like that's a comparable matchup, no, Crawford could not fight any super middleweight. You say, yeah, well, height isn't everything. Yes, height is not everything for people that are about the similar weight, similar size. But when you're way bigger than somebody, height is everything. So you know, so that makes it a little more even and more well, I'm not even gonna say even. I think Canelo has the advantage, but it makes it more interesting. And two on the Canelo side too, I can understand him not fighting Bud, because I agree with him. It's like a catch-22. Like, if he fights Bud and he wins, people are just gonna say, oh, well, Bud is too small. And if he loses, people are gonna call him a bigger fraud than they already are calling him. You know what I'm saying? The people that call Canelo a fraud. So, you know, you just gotta understand these things. And the reason why I will say, you know, I don't like to say somebody's hating on somebody, you know, but the reason why I would say maybe Floyd is hating on Bud a little bit, just a tiny bit, is because Floyd is advocating also that Bud fights Boots. And of course, that's another, just like I want to see Benavidez versus Canelo, I want to see Bud versus Boots as well. However, to come from Floyd, who's the money man, you know what I'm saying, the big paper, the big cheese, you know what I'm talking about, the scroll of the marbles, the biscuits.
These biscuits.
He's all about the paper. Let's look at your towards the end of your career. But first off, let's cover what Bud has adamantly and very clearly expressed and articulated that. Let's look at that. He wants his last few fights to be money fights. You know what I'm saying? And he wants to exercise and demonstrate the portion of his career that reflects being a prize fighter. So he wants the biggest prize. There's nothing wrong with that. They risk their lives. You know what I'm saying? He is 36 years old.
Damn! I'm sorry.
And he wants a big money fight. He's expressed that. Boots does not provide any of that. Boots is not. So Floyd can say, give the young man a chance. And this is where I have an issue with Floyd. With what Floyd said, where I say he might be hating a smidge. I don't like to call people haters unless it's unequivocally true. But it might be hate a little, because first he's proposed that Crawford fights Benavidez. Now he's saying Bud also fights Boots. Give the young man an opportunity. People say, oh, well, Floyd gave Canelo opportunity. Yeah, that's because Canelo was the up-and-coming budding Mexican star. You know, with boxing, you know, a lot of the casual fans, they like to explore the racial or ethnic dynamic. So that set up the black versus the Hispanic, particularly Mexican, or American versus Mexican, black versus Hispanic for Floyd versus Canelo. And he was the up-and-comer. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big, muddy fight. Nobody knows Boots unless you're a boxing purist and a huge pugilist enthusiast like myself. So
check this out, though. First of all, you're throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth.
You don't know Boots. You know, like the people that are really into boxing, we know Boots, but the casual fan does not know Boots like that. So I will say it's very hypocritical. The hypocrisy is real from Floyd, because if Floyd really gave the young people a chance, why did he fight Errol Spence? Or somebody like that, you know what I'm saying? He would have fought Errol Spence instead of fighting Conor McGregor or Andre Berto. I'm not mad that he fought Conor McGregor or Andre Berto. At that point, he's a cash cow. He's Money Mayweather. He can fight whoever he wants. He already established his legacy, just like Canelo. He was already a legend, an all-time great, in my opinion, the greatest of all time at that point of his career. So he did not need to give an up-and-comer like Errol Spence or up-and-comer like, I don't know, Keith Thurman or somebody, or Sean Porter a chance. But if he's going to advocate that Terence Crawford do so, let's look back at your career. Why the hell didn't you give somebody like Spence a chance? He was a young up-and-comer back in 2017 when you fought McGregor, and 2016 or 15 when you fought Berto, if my memory serves me correctly. So what's up with that? So I got to call a spade a spade. Y'all know, like I said, Floyd is the greatest of all time. But that doesn't mean that everything that he says is all time right. No, I disagree with this vehemently. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna voice my opinion, man. Cause we keep it real, we keep it funky, we keep it true around here, man. You know what I'm talking about? So I appreciate y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Am I tripping? Is Floyd hating or being hypocritical, or did I nail this one right on the head, man? Appreciate y'all rocking me as always, man. Love y'all for real. Catch y'all on the next episode, the flip side. And as always, with God we can do anything. Without God we are nothing, especially me. Peace. Love y'all.
From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.